It's Rap Radar Podcast. I'm B.Dot.
Elliott Wilson.
And listen, Elliott, I'm putting all my bets on the Stallion. Megan the Stallion, that
Put
is.
the smart money on that, man. She's
Absolutely.
a hot girl Meg out here, man. The Fever mixtape is out, but still, we still pumping that Tina Snow, man.
Absolutely, man. She's got the game on lock.
Hey, man, hot girl Meg. I can't believe we got the Stallion coming in the building, man.
I can't believe it neither, man. I'm excited.
Let's get into it, man. Rap Radar Podcast.
Ay, big old freak, big booty, big old tree. I'ma make 'em wait for the pussy. Hit it in these big old ski. Ay.
Yeah, it's the Rap Radar Podcast. I'm B.Dot.
Elliott Wilson.
We got the Black Regina George in the building.
Yes, Megan the Stallion, a.k.a. Young Tina Snow, a.k.a. the H-town Hottie.
A.K.A. the hottest rapper in the game.
That's a fact.
Okay.
You'll take that?
I'll take that. No arguments.
Nah, we've been feeling to get you on here, man. So, I mean, New York City, just right off Summer Jam, right?
Yep.
Gave you one of those early slots they like to do the new artists.
Word.
You know, I wasn't
But
tripping.
you tore that down.
I'm gonna turn it out no matter what time you put me on.
Standout performance right there. How did
Yeah.
that feel to touch that stage?
It just really blew my mind because I'm like a girl from Texas, you know what I'm saying? And just to have New York rock with me that tough, I'm like, I must be doing something right. So I got out there and I just wanted to cut up.
Were you familiar with like the history of Summer Jam?
Mm-mm.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I just knew, like, well, naturally I knew that it's a big thing, like
Yeah.
it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And I've seen, you know, a lot of people that were coming up when they first got on Summer Jam. So I'm like, okay, yeah. I know I'm on the way up. It don't matter. Put me on
and
at
we
2
put like
o'clock.
a-
I'ma still go
We
hard.
put like a small clip of you performing, and that just, I mean, like all your stuff in the internet just went super
Oh, yeah.
viral. Like the
Yeah.
Meg Cam, like the people, they really admire how do you perform, like the breath control, the stamina,
Yeah.
and still keep it sexy, get your twerks in. Like, how do you combine all that?
I feel
on
like
stage?
practice in the mirror. I've been like jumping around and rapping like forever. So, and I was doing it like in private. So nobody got to see me out of breath when I when I was first like trying it out. So yeah.
But you're on the stage for a good reason, man. This Fever.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like one of the hottest projects so far this year. Talk about the reception from it so far.
So everybody thinks it's an album.
Ah.
And it's really just a project. Like, but just to know that they think it's album material, I feel like that's awesome. All the hotties, they love it so much. They're like, yes, this was the project of the summer. And I'm like, yes, I told you I was going to be the soundtrack. I told you I was going to be the soundtrack for the summer. So, yeah, just get out here and cut up and act a fool. And that's what they've been doing. So I love it.
I saw you had a quote. You said like you don't want to call it like a album is like a husband.
Yeah,
And
that's
these are like
too much
your
commitment.
mixtapes is like dating. You just dating,
we
throwing
getting
these
to know each
mixtapes out.
other. Yeah. So just when they put that album title on there, I'll be like, hold on, screw. Like, that was not an album. Do not pin me down like that.
But I thought it was interesting how raw it is, though, right?
Yeah.
Like we see Big Ol' Freak taking off, and like now you kind of have that big record that's radio commercial. But next project, maybe she might go in that direction. But this is actually more raw to me than any of your previous projects.
Man, I got
Yeah,
pregnant
for
at the
sure.
last album.
He personally got pregnant. He carried the baby. But yeah, like Hot Girl Meg is the persona that, you know, we own for the summertime.
For Fever.
For Fever.
So were
yeah.
you trying to make this like super raw? Like,
Yeah, definitely
project?
turn up. You know, when you go to a party, you just want to get loose and you want to act a fool. So that's really what this project was supposed to be about.
And you got Q-Tip involved too, right?
In this project, no, not this one.
Okay.
Q-Tip is an album thing.
Ah.
Like,
Oh, you got a vision for that.
yeah, that is definitely the project that I'm gonna take my time. And well, I take my time on all my projects, but this one is like gonna have like songs. You know what I'm saying? Like more depth. So I definitely
right.
want, you know, some OG production on there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Speaking of OGs, though, I mean, I know you grew up being a 3-6 Mafia fan.
Yeah.
Yes.
But now you're in the studio making records with Juicy J.
I cannot believe
on his
it.
Fever?
Like
It's
Juicy
crazy.
J is a hottie.
He did like, can you talk about those songs you guys did together?
three
Like
of 'em.
3 tracks.
Yeah, it was
made the
3 of
final
them.
cut, right?
So, me and Juicy J we have a song in the vault. Like, he had already sent me a song.
Okay.
So, I was like on my way to LA and I was like writing it on the plane. And then when I got there, they had played me like 2 more songs that he wanted me to jump on. Okay. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna knock all these songs out before he walk in his studio.
Be
So
impressed.
Wow.
yes, because you know I love Juicy J.
Yeah.
So he come in the studio and they're like, okay, well, you ready to hear all the songs? And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, come on, listen. So he was just so impressed and he was so crunk. He was like, well, yeah, I got some more songs too. You want to hear them? I'm like, hell yeah, like play them.
So this wasn't Simon Says yet or Dance?
No, this was like I did all those like the next day. So
Okay.
I just knocked out what he asked me to do.
Just a warm up.
Yeah, that was just so he could see that I was serious.
Yeah.
So then when I came back and did it again the next day, he was like, "Oh yeah, you the verse killer." Like, and I'm like, "Yeah, this is what I do."
Yeah, that was
I'm a
great.
rapper. I want to do this.
That's why he called you the verse killer.
Yeah.
It was like
He
verse
saw me
killer.
just knocking him out, and he was like, he was so happy. He was like, really just nodding in the studio the whole time we was getting turned up.
So what was it like sitting with him? Did you ask him like questions as a fan growing up? Did you have any specific things you wanted to ask him?
My manager was in there too, T. Ferris, and he's like, he was everybody manager in Swisher House. So I'm really just sitting in there, just watching them talk and reminisce
OG
on
stuff.
everything. Yeah, I didn't even have to ask no questions. They just bringing everything up, and I'm like, yeah, like all that. And they were talking about Pimp C. You know, that was my that's my favorite rapper,
of course.
So I'm just soaking up all the knowledge that they just dropping in there. So I didn't even have to ask nothing because I think when two just OGs get together, they just start talking about everything. So I'm just in there like,
And what made Juice Man jump on to get his vocals on?
Right.
On the Simon Says. Were you excited
Simon
he did
Says, my joint.
hell yeah, I was excited. Like,
Somebody said that's the song of the summer. Like L
it
Magazine, one
is
of
like
those?
yeah, it was L. So
Simon Says.
That's my joint.
mine too. But he already had the song when I got there.
Okay.
And he's like, I think you would kill this, and I'm like, you're right, I would. So I just did what I had to do.
I love that lyric.
But what about his verse? Were you excited that he jumped on himself?
Yeah, like, cause I wasn't expecting him to actually want to do like a feature. Cause when I was talking to him, he was saying that he wanted to do like production.
Yeah.
So when he got in the studio with me, though, it was just like, yeah, well, I'm like, Juice, what you think you want to jump on there? He's like, well, yeah. So I'm like, okay, my whole year has been made. Like, you just gotta know how much of a 3-6 fan I am.
You got the yeah hoes in there and everything.
Oh yeah,
too.
everything. Mafia, all that. Like I was like, oh Jesus.
We got
I
that
was so
lyric.
turned.
Yeah, that lyric when you said pussy finger looking good.
Like I
mixed it with Old Bay.
Yeah.
You know how good Old Bay is?
I think that kind of went over a bunch of people's heads.
Yo, I was like, yo, Vegas the truth.
Yeah.
But we also got the other feature, the baby on there.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Because
Didn't Kalani predict that? Kalani was
No,
excited?
so listen, Kaylani just probably had a feeling in her body or something that was gonna happen because the song was already made when she tweeted that. Yeah,
Okay.
Fever was done. I'm like a real hard ass about the mixing and mastering of my project. So the project had been done, but I just had to make sure that everything sounded
Everything was
right.
crisp
Right.
and
Yeah.
everything.
So I did the song and I had 3 verses on there, but I was like, I love it, but something is missing. Like we need some type of flavor on the project, like a little bit more flavor on there. So I'm listening to the track and I'm like, you know who would sound really good on this? The Baby. So literally we sent it to him and he sent it right back.
and you matched your energy with the raunchiness
Yeah,
too.
I was so surprised. Like when I first heard the verse, I was like, y'all, do you think this is okay? Like, can he say that?
Right.
And everybody's like, no, it's fire. And I was like, you're right, it is fire. But it took, because I never heard like him be so raunchy. Like, I kind of scared me. I was like, oh shit, okay, well, here we go.
Why do you think the sex talk is so much a part of your style? Like, why do you enjoy it so much to be so provocative?
So you got to know, I'm a child, right? Listening to 3-6 Mafia and listening to Pimp C and listening to
The
Biggie.
most ratchet stuff.
the most raunchy music, you know. So it, and I never had the type of parents that were, oh, you can't listen to this music. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know I'm a little fella, like turning up already to, you know, Mafia. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I'm a kid doing that. So just growing up, I was like, that'll sound really cool if a girl was saying it. So I just never thought anything was wrong with it. I never thought anything was like just so different about what I was saying because I heard the men saying all this like growing up. So I'm like, this is normal.
Yeah. You say that like you pushing the boundaries. Like a lot of times people, what men get away with is different than women. And like you feel like you've made such an impact. You're showing that, you know, like you can take things a certain way and it's still empowering. I think what's most interesting about you is that people used to think, well, this female rapper's being sexy to appeal to the men. But what's unique about you is how you're connecting to the female audience.
Yeah, this for me, fool. Like, I ain't trying to impress these men. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's really cool when I do have, you know, male hotties.
Yeah.
But like,
so we could be male hotties.
Real
yes,
hotties.
hot boys.
I'm a hot boy.
Us and Wale.
Yes.
Us and Wale.
Yeah.
Hot boy
Definitely
Wale.
hot-
Right.
hot- Big Wallace, yeah.
Can I call him
my
Hot Boy
God.
Wallace?
Yes, you can.
Okay,
Please
okay.
call him Hot Boy Wallace. From now on, that's his name.
No, but Megan, what are you doing to these women though? These women love you.
They're
man.
going crazy.
Like, it's not your girls. Like I know you got your set, but like, what is it like that you're really reaching women you don't know and they're really strongly connecting to your content?
I feel really good about it. Like, I feel like when I meet them too, like it just feel like I've been hanging out with them. Like these are my friends. Like when I have parties and stuff, I just love turning up with everybody because I feel like I have such a. I'm not a character, you know. This is me all the time, and I'm not changing up my personality with the different people I talk to. Like I treat everybody equally, so I feel like that probably comes off in my music, probably comes off in my personality. Like when you hear me speak, and when you meet me in real life, like I just try to make everybody feel as comfortable as possible because that's how I would want somebody to treat me.
Right.
So I try to treat other people
And
how I
do
want
you
to be
think you
treated.
say the things that some women can't say? Do you
Hell
use your
yeah,
voice for them?
definitely. I didn't even realize. You got to know, I've been talking like this all my life too.
Right.
So it wasn't even that I was thinking that I'm doing the wrong thing or I was doing something that was out of the norm. Like I'm thinking everybody talk like this.
Yeah.
So the older I get, I'm like, oh. So it's okay. You don't want to say that? Okay, I got you.
But why do you think I guess the Tina Snow project connected more so with the fans as opposed to like maybe the previous project, like Make It Hot?
So Make It Hot, I was definitely, I was rapping, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was trying to find like the perfect team to fit me. Like with, getting in the studio with the production and, the beat selection and everything. Like I feel like I was still trying to find my voice in a way, like my style. So when I had linked up with Lil Ju, the producer who made Big Ol' Freak,
Big Ol'
like
Freak.
he let me sit there with him and we make the beats together. He's from Dallas, Texas. He got that little flavor in him too.
Okay.
So just linking up with him and working with him definitely brought out some more energy in me.
Right.
So and
Like
it made me
finding a sound.
Find this
yeah,
sound.
and it made me like at first I didn't think that I would be able to be a part of the production of the beats. Like I didn't know that was a thing. So, but when I got with him, he was like, "Okay, so what do you want to do today?" And I'm like, "Look, this the words, and this what it should sound like." And then he's just like, "Okay, got you."
So you were hands on with Big Ol' Freak.
No, Big Ol' Freak, no.
Okay.
He had actually never played that beat for anybody, and he made it in 2016.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you said the first beat he ever played for you, right?
That's the first beat he ever played for me.
great.
The immature sample was already intact.
Yeah,
Okay.
the whole beat was already made, and he just never played it for nobody before. But when he met me, he was just like, "Here's a pack, and listen to this one." And I'm like, "Shit, what? Thank God nobody heard this." So I literally took it home. I spent a little time with it, and then I came back and just laid it down.
I knew Cocky as Fuck was supposed to be the first real push, right? What'd I say?
No,
You knew it was gonna be Big Ol' Freak?
I knew it was gonna
Right.
be Big Ol' Freak. Like, but everybody in the studio that day was like, "Well, let's just put out Cocky as Fuck," and I'm like, "All right,
You'll see.
we could do that." But now, people listen to me. They listen to what I'm saying.
And now it's gold.
And now it's gold, Hopefully we go platinum next.
Where were you when you heard the news that it went gold?
I was in the car,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know where I was going. But it was just recently I heard it, and I'm like, everybody. Because I had already asked about it. I was like, so do you think Big Ol' Freak will go gold? Do you think it'll get a plaque or something?
We'll hit that Billboard Hot 100.
Right.
And so the people on my team were like, yeah, I think they already knew. I think they were probably trying to surprise me or something. But they're like, yeah, I think it could do that. And I'm like, damn, what I gotta do? I need to get back in the studio.
Yeah. Right.
So, but when I heard that it went gold, I was like, whole job. I knew it.
What's it like to make that hit? Now you have a hit, right? Like whatever that means. Like how rewarding is that, and how does that change everything for you?
I feel like I still got a lot of work to do. Like I don't want just one. Like I don't want to be that artist that you got one song. But I don't feel like I'm that type of artist either. I feel like I have a catalog of good music that everybody know all the words to. Cause like at a show, everybody word for word every
Yeah.
song
Yeah.
off both projects
Snow.
already.
Tina Snow and
Tina
Rich-
Snow and Fever.
Even
already.
Rich Ratchet?
Even Rich Ratchet, I
Wow.
will perform some of those songs too. So I'm just like, okay, I would rather be a person. I would rather be an artist that has like a catalog of music than just like one hit.
But even when you go make these radio rounds, you still like give these freestyles. Like it's very old school. People don't even do that anymore. Like why is that still important to you?
Back to me growing up in Houston, I will always like watch these DVDs of
Smacks.
I don't even know what it was called honestly, like, but it would be DVDs, and you see all these rappers, battling each other, going against each other, or like Switch House. They used to do these DVDs, and they'll be all around just sipping lean and freestyling. And I'll be like, yeah, I want to do that. So, and then I'm at freaking school in middle school, and you can't even barely come in the cafeteria without the boys beating on the table,
Right.
making beats and freestyling and stuff. So I'm thinking it's normal. Like I'm thinking this is what you're supposed to do. So I knew I wanted to do it. If I'm a person who like to rap though, like I like words. I like being creative and stuff like that. So when they're like, Megan, we want you to come do a freestyle at the radio, I'm like, well, hell yeah, let's do it. So.
But freestyles what broke you, the cypher freestyle, the style freestyle. Like, what makes you? How have you developed to become such a strong freestyler? Like,
so like throughout the day, if I see something cool, or if I hear something cool, I'll like hurry up and like write it down so I won't forget it. And probably like how I'm feeling that week, or just whatever I want to let out right then.
I saw you hooked up with Drake in Vegas. Did he hear the 4 p.m. in Calabasas freestyle?
I don't even think he know about that, honestly. Like, but I ain't bring it up either. But I don't know. I don't know if he know about it. But the next time I see him, I'll probably ask him, "Hey, did you ever hear this?"
Right. But you also got that cosign from Missy Elliott for one of the freestyles too.
Yeah. I can't even remember which one it was. But
I think it was over the race, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was. Oh my God.
We do our Googles here. You know what I mean?
So yeah, she put the fire emojis, and then just recently she was listening to Sex Talk, just riding around in the car.
Wow.
Okay.
And I'm like, Missy, girl, what you doing?
Right.
So I was so happy. Like I was just like, oh my God, like Missy is like a big cosign.
Right.
SZA be going hard for you too.
Oh, that's my girl. I love.
You guys
SZA.
are friends in real
Yes,
life?
that's my girl.
You and Solange are BFFs.
H-town Hottie.
H-town.
The real H-town Hottie. Like I just love Solange so much. She's so real. The first time I ever met her, they were like, yeah, Solange is gonna come to your show tonight. She wants to see you. And it was in New Orleans. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like,
right.
Solange. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. So like, I'm like, whatever. So I believe it when I see it.
Right.
So I'm literally in the middle of performing and I'm like, yeah, freak nasty. And then I don't even know how somebody got my attention, but like, they're like, it's freaking Solange, like turning up. And I'm like, what? So I'm still trying to perform and be cool at the same time.
Yeah.
So we like get off stage and we had to like walk to a random restroom, and it was like kind of private. So it was like 2 people in the bathroom, but they were in the stall. So when they came out, it's like me and Solange in the bathroom, and they're like, the girls, it was 2 of them. One of the girls started crying, and I was like, no, don't cry. Like she's like, I just love y'all so much, and I'm like, this is really great, bitch. I want to cry. Like, Solange like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Solange, and I'm like, girl, I know who you are. I know exactly who you are. So I don't know. She was just super sweet, and she's so real. I
That's
love it.
awesome.
And then you hit the strip club too?
In New Orleans, no.
Oh, okay. Not that night.
Not that night.
Yeah.
Did you hook up with Beyonce yet? I know that's on the
No,
wish list.
that's on my wish list.
Coming up,
That's
man.
coming.
We're gonna speak it into existence because y'all know I love Beyonce. Like I go hard behind Beyonce.
Yeah.
Girls love Beyonce.
What does she mean for Houston? And what, in your viewpoint, what makes Houston so special?
Any person will go that hard for the city that they from.
Yeah.
So, but to me, like Houston is just it's home. So I feel like you just always gotta go hard for the home team. It's so much culture out of Houston.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's where the people be getting the swag from. You know what I'm saying? All that screwed and chopped music. Like y'all know where that came from. We just got legends in the city, and we keep making the legends. Beyonce is definitely like that female that have been putting on for us for a long time.
Yeah.
So just
That's a shout out to now.
right.
Yeah.
So just being a woman coming out of the same city, I'm like, we got Beyonce expectations over here.
Right.
So like,
Yeah.
I gotta go hard.
They always talk about with Houston, like I know T Ferris was part of the whole Switch House movement. The period in 2005 with like Still Tipping when like Houston rap kind of broke national. But then it's been a struggle. Like a lot of times it stays local, right? It stays regional, it stays strong. Like you've sort of broken that barrier of going national, which a lot of people didn't think could happen with Houston artists.
I feel like some Houston artists have a Houston sound. And I don't think that the world probably was ready to be all the way slowed down yet. So definitely with me, I don't think that I actually sound like a Houston rapper. That's just my opinion. You can hear it in my accent that I'm from there. Obviously, I didn't even know I had an accent until I started coming to the East. And they're like, "Yeah, I like your accent." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, but like now I do kind of, you know, I could hear the difference in between me and my New York friends. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's something. But I think it's probably the music that I listened to growing up too, though. Like, it didn't sound. I didn't listen to one sound, so I don't think that you know, just that Houston sound like stuck on me.
Do you think that's similar? I'm sorry. Do you think that's similar to Travis Scott?
Yeah, like I don't know what he was listening to growing up, but like now we got Travis Scott. Like he doesn't sound like a Houston artist. He doesn't sound like a, you know, like a local Houston rapper to me. He is like an international artist, but he take his music to, you know, such another level. Like. But you could tell he got the Houston swag on him. It's just something about Houston people. Like, we always have our own lane, like our own style.
Do you feel like any pressure or maybe responsibility as like the first prominent female rapper from Houston to kind of break out of the city?
No pressure. Like, because when you really want to do something and you really grind for it and you really work at it, like, it can't fail. Like, if you really going that hard and you really believe in yourself, how I know I believe in myself, like, just the failing wasn't an option.
It seems like there's that drive and determination. I think of that with Travis too. Like, I feel like you guys have that drive, determination. Like, how important is that for artists? When people say they want to make a hit, they want to live, but what does it really mean to have that level of drive and dedication and determination?
I feel like when you are such a driven person, you don't even have to announce how hard you going, or you don't even have to talk about the type of I mean, somebody always gonna ask you about your story, your struggle and everything. It's on you to, you know, talk about what you went through and everything. But I feel like somebody that truly have been through some things and somebody that truly be grinding and working, they ain't talking about it. They ain't really like making no rah noise about it. They just showing it in their actions and like how they behave and like, you know, how they put on and, you know, how hard they going. Like, they'll show you before they'll tell you what's going on, you know? So I feel like if you don't even have to just be an artist. You could work at Kroger's and be driven. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go to work and you're like, you know, I'm gonna be the manager next month. I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna do all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that have to be your mindset. Like, you can't complain. You can't never let up, because as soon as you get to thinking that somebody owe you something, I feel like it's just going to go out the window.
Right. You've been grinding for a minute now, man. On the opening track, really, you talk about like how, you know, you're bigger with a budget with no major deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not signing for $1 million, nothing less than $1 million. But yet you still work with 300. Why do you feel that was a good
300 is still an independent label, though. Like, so it's not like the grind is any different than somebody that's probably signed to like, just like a big old, well-known, established. So I mean, like, I really like 300 because it feel like a family. Like, I could have regular conversations with everybody, and I feel like everything still get done. You know what I'm saying? They let me do me. They let me be me. They're not trying to change anything. Like, they are literally like, well, what do you want to do? And I'm like, well, y'all want to do this today, and they're like, okay, well, yeah, this is how we can make it. Like, it's like organized.
I'm gonna shoot a third version of this big old freak video.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot, and they are so down, and they always agree, and I just love it. Like, it's like organized chaos. You know what I'm saying?
Why'd you have to keep shooting that big old freak video over?
The first one was just cool. I don't even think
first one.
I want the first one.
I don't even think it could have went on BET Uncut. Like, it was just too much. Like, and then the second one, it wasn't enough. Like, and then the third was
booty, not enough booty.
Right, it wasn't enough booty in the second one. The third time, though, we got it right. So I was like, hell yeah, let's run with this one.
And we're still in school, TSU? What's
yes,
going on? Are we doing the Tuesday, Thursday? Are we doing the online classes?
We're online now. We tried the Tuesday, Thursday. I was missing once I started getting booked a lot.
Okay, gotta get that paper.
I gotta get the bag.
Right.
So, but yeah, I had missed a couple of classes, and one of my professors gave me a super hard time about it. So I was like, let me just get in online.
That name right here.
Nah, I ain't gonna even bring up. Okay. But yeah, I had to get on those online classes because I didn't want to. I didn't want to keep getting incomplete.
There's so much pressure for you to say, Megan, why do you still need school?
Right.
Like, why don't you drop out?
Well, because I started it, so I can't just drop out. Just what? Why would I stop in the middle of something that I've been going so hard for this whole time? And if you are a college student, you already know the struggle be real. So paying all that money in that tuition and staying up all them hours to study and taking them tests. I ain't do all that for no reason. So we gonna finish.
Can't be a big old flunk out here.
Cannot be a big old flunk. No. They would rip me up.
You still,
I'll rip myself up.
And the major is still health administration.
Health administration,
correct?
yeah.
Okay. Why'd you settle on that?
So when you go to college the first time, for a lot of people, I feel like you didn't even know what you wanted to be. Like you didn't know what career you want to do. You went to school because your mama told you to.
Pretty much.
So I go to college and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be a nurse because my grandma said to be a nurse. I start taking the classes like toward like your prerequisites to start doing. I'm in there like in anatomy and physiology. Like no. I didn't even know all this was going on inside me. I'm like, this is so boring. Like, I'm not paying attention, and everybody else was paying attention, I felt like, and they were, like, answering all the questions right on time, and I'm just sitting there, like, writing raps in my binder, and I'm like, oh, I got to get out of here.
Raps
like,
in my binder.
Yeah, I'm not paying attention, and I hate it, and I don't want to drop out, so what can I do? And I was so scared because I was really wanting to drop out because I'm like, I'm so not interested in this. But I'm like, okay, you're going to drop out and then go where? You're going to go... Where are you gonna work at? Like,
I feel like you made mustard and mayonnaise in college, right?
I did.
Because like the second verse, it had like a lot of college references. And
Yes,
things like
I
that,
was
so
for sure. I was for sure in college.
Okay.
But so then I'm like, okay, what do I want to do? So I switched it to business administration. Actually, business management. That's what it was. So I'm in the same boat though. Like it's a little more interesting, but like I'm just not into it. Like I'm passing, but I'm not doing good. Like I'm just getting by, you know? And I'm like, I don't want to be a student that's just coming in making C's and B's all the time. Right. Like I need to be, on my game. Yeah. So I literally did come home and I started, I was a waitress and I was having so much fun at Bombshells. Ooh, we was turned up in there every day. Like whoever worked with me then, they knew we was making money and we was turned every day. I'll miss it. But yeah, it was so fun though. It was so fun. But I was in community college. So I'll have my grandma like sitting outside with all my papers and stuff, and like on my break sometimes I'll like come out and like write my papers with her, or like take a test online or something and go back into work. But then I was like, you know what? I want to go back to school. Like I want to go back on campus. I need to go.
That experience.
So I went back to Prairie View, but then I started rapping. Like I was dead ass serious about it. Like I was dead ass serious about it at Bombshells, and everybody knew I was like, y'all watch, I'm about to be Megan Thee Stallion. I'm about to be popping, and they was believing whatever I was saying, but I don't think they like really knew how serious I was. Right. So I go back to school. And then I'm starting to record Rich Ratchet. So now I'm like shooting videos and I'm like coming home for studio time all the time. And I'm like, I got to get out the country. Like Prairie View is like far in the country. So that's how I wound up going to TSU because it's like in the middle of the city. So yeah, now we're here.
You're proud of Rich Ratchet. That's was much as part of your catalog as anything, right?
Rich Ratchet is like Ratchet Megan for real. Like I'm ratchet now, but I was super ratchet then.
But even the SoundCloud joints kind of feel like Rich Ratchet-ish.
That's what's on SoundCloud.
Like, all them joints.
Yeah, all that Rich Ratchet.
Oh, Fantasy and
that's on SoundCloud.
Like, you don't draw a lot of loose records out. Like the records you make is like those maybe out 7-8 songs.
Yeah, like so I never just like had dropped like one song at a time. I probably should start doing stuff like that, but like every time I drop something, it's like year by year. I feel like. That Rich Ratchet stuff, I think it was like maybe 2016, 2017. Then Make It Hot was definitely 2017. Yeah. Then Tina Snow was 2018. Now Fever is 2019. Yeah.
How rewarding is it that people are still bumping Tina Snow records as much as they're bumping Fever? Like both records are in heavy rotation.
That is like really crazy because Tina Snow, the year anniversary of that is about to come up.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so Big Ol' Freak literally
that's right, it's true.
was out for like a year.
Yeah. And
then now it's gold. And I'm like, that's really crazy because
like, listen, the Cognac Queen. They got the records too, right?
See, my real hotties, they really like Cognac Queen, and I feel like people who can appreciate, a nice little turned down but still turned up at the same time kind of flow. They like stuff.
We're
like
trying to smooth you out with the wine, but
you know what I'm saying? We're classy up in here right now. We're drinking red wine.
So is that for people that don't know? When you say drive the boat, what exactly are you talking about there?
When I say drive the boat, I mean open your mouth and let me pour this shot in there.
Oh man,
yeah,
of that cognac.
Yeah, we about to get turned up.
And we had a lot of Henny talking album. but we might be rolling with that Douce right now.
Yeah, we definitely are Team Douce. We're definitely Team Douce right now. And if we don't have no Douce, then we might sneak some Henny in.
That Douce hit different though, right?
The Douce, I didn't even realize how hard the Douce hit. Like,
I mean, silent killer right there.
What? Like Hennessy, I feel like my body immune to it now. Like,
Oh shit.
you gotta know, you a different type of girl when you drink brown liquor anyway. But when
Special young ladies.
Yes.
the ones that you want to marry,
Oh,
you know.
shit.
Uh-oh, B.Dot.
hottie
B.Dot's
party.
going to the hottie party
Yeah,
tonight.
you gonna find your wife in the
Find
hottie
his wife.
party. But yeah, Hennessy, it's like juice to me. I don't know what happened. I've been drinking it for so long now.
Yeah.
Like, so now I'm
Your
like,
tolerance is-
Right.
is
I
strong.
have to take like 13 shots.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But Douce free. You get
Dude,
that.
maybe now probably
4?
like 5. Like,
Five.
5.
Ooh.
Just so I could be like, if I take 3, I'm gonna be good. Like, we're gonna be laughing. You know that when you first start getting tipsy, you that real giggly kind
Yeah.
of tipsy. But then when you take like 5, you like wilding.
So
like,
what about that big drink? Because you got a song to that.
So big drink? If you really listen to the words, I'm talking about how I don't like my gotta to sip serve.
Right.
Like,
It's a cautionary tale.
Yeah. So when sometimes like I know in Houston everybody, well not everybody, but like majority of the guys are sip and serve. I don't know if you ever hung around somebody that's sip and serve
Yeah.
before. They be really slumped, like out of there. Like the real syrup,
Yeah.
like you gonna be out of there.
Some of
I
them
don't know
are, I
what
guess.
these dudes are drinking that be turned up in sip and serve. Like you need to put that down. That's cough medicine. But like baby strength cough medicine.
Are you sick?
Yeah, it's like, boy, do you have a cough? Like,
Right.
But yeah, that actual that drink, like they be like zombies, and they ain't paying attention to nothing, and you can't. That is just not a good relationship to be in, and it's dangerous. Like, boy, you can stop your heart.
Right.
Like, don't do that. So yeah, I'm just basically like telling them like, hey, babe, is it me or is it the drink? What you gonna choose?
You remember the first
So-
time you tasted that cognac? Like, why was that your drink? of
Oh well,
preference?
let's talk about it. So, my prom.
Uh-oh.
That was the first time I was ever drunk.
Oh man.
So I had drank a Four Loko before. That was the first alcohol I ever had that I can remember. Actually, my mama let me taste some gin before, but you remember your mama let you taste a little
Yeah,
drink. That
take-
ain't
take
nothing.
it.
That wasn't nothing. So, but I'm on my own now. I'm like at the pool, and this girl got a Four Loko, and she's like, "Yeah, make it taste it." And I'm thinking, okay, I'm about to taste this, and I'm about to get drunk. Whew. So I drank it, and it was not worth it. Like it was nasty, and I didn't even get drunk. So I was like, okay, maybe my tolerance is high. I don't know why I'm thinking of Four Loko, one sip and get me drunk. But I'm like, maybe my tolerance is high. I got to drink something else. So at prom, I had wound up going to somebody's beach house, and they had Taka Vodka in there. Now, do you know what Taka Vodka
I
is?
never heard of that.
Sounds bad. Sounds
Oh.
like bad news.
It is so cheap. Like the bottle it come in, it's so cheap. Like
Cheaper than Four Loko?
Smirnoff.
it's on the
Smirnoff
same
type
order.
stuff.
Like,
Smirnoff level.
it ain't even.
Smirnoff?
It's stronger than
It's
that.
the same
You know,
shelf.
cheap liquor strong.
Right.
Yeah.
So and it's clear.
Oh man.
It's vodka. So I'm the face I'm making because I'm remembering the taste. I'm standing there with my homegirl, and I think she doing it too. But the night was just such a blur. I don't even think. I don't know. It might have been me just going that hard because I was like, I want to be drunk. So I'm standing there and I take one shot. And it was nasty, but I was like, okay, it ain't hitting. Something ain't working. I ain't doing it right. So I took 2 more shots. And I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm about to get drunk. But I'm standing in the same spot. Like, I ain't moved. And I don't know why I'm not moving. I'm just standing still, like just taking all these shots. Yeah. And so I'm like, damn, what's wrong? Why I'm not getting drunk? So I take like 2 more shots. So I'm like, man, alcohol whack. Like, I ain't drinking
All
this.
this hype for nothing, right?
Yeah, so I like took 2 more shots just to see if I was tripping. So I gotta be like 8 shots in, and I ain't eat that day
Oh man.
because it was prom. So I was trying to be, slim. I don't even know what I was thinking about that day, but I'm like 8 shots in, and I literally take 1 step, and I sat down, like I was on the ground, like I sat Indian style on the floor, and I was thinking, why am I so heavy? Like, what's wrong? I feel crazy. I feel turned. I don't know what's happening. So I literally tried to get up. Now I'm body rocking. I'm like slinging myself around the beach house, like trying to get out of there. Like, I need to go outside. I'm hot. Yeah. But it's fun. Like, but it's still, but I feel crazy. Like, I feel out of my body. Like, I don't feel like me. And my homegirl, she got to be kind of drunk like that, too. Mm. But I've been a hot girl, right? So it was like my prom date was in there, which was my boyfriend. But my ex-boyfriend was in there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because we all friends, but he ain't had no business being there. Like, my ex shouldn't have been there. Like,
oh, my God.
I don't know what he was going through. And there was another dude in there that was probably a potential.
It sounded like the Run It Up freestyle.
So I had to get out of there. Like, I had to get out. So I just remember going outside, and this is why I don't drink vodka.
Okay.
I remember going outside, and my ex was out there talking to a girl. And then I just like flipped out, and I was like, no, like. And then my best friend was as drunk as me. All I remember is her tackling me, and then I just remember being on the ground, like looking up at her, and then we were just laughing, and now we rolling around in the grass, like it's just it's a whole big old thing. And then I just remember throwing up Twizzlers, like.
Oh my God.
I think the only thing I ate that day was Twizzlers. Yeah. So I was just like, you know what?
So then we got to get to Brown. So for now on, I'm only doing Brown.
So then I got to college.
Okay.
And I met this dude, and he was on the yak hard.
Okay.
And I liked it. It was like a smooth drunk. So me and him, when we would go to the parties together, we'll just be having a good old time.
Jacket like this?
Yeah, like no, he was a big dude too, so we coming in there like, who gonna say something like? But yeah, he put me on the yak, and it just been that ever since, cause it was like a cool drunk, like you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't rah, I wasn't trying to fight. Like that clear liquor, that's fight juice. That brown liquor, that's love juice right there. You just want to hug, and I gotta turn my phone off, like, cause I might call somebody and say
you
something.
You hard on these guys, man.
I am, but I'm not hard on the guys I know. Okay. Like on my friends, you know what I'm saying?
Speaking of friends, I saw you put the fader cover up, and Moneybagg Yo said, "Okay, big pressure" or something.
Yeah.
What does he mean?
That's his lingo. Like when he thinks something is hard, or when he thinks something look good, he'll be like, "Oh, that's pressure," or "That's gangster." You know, he from Memphis.
Yeah.
So you know that's their little lingo.
Did you like his freestyle on the?
I did. I was like, okay.
It's like he want to be on that remix or something, man.
Hey, look, no, he sounded real good. So we gonna see.
You know what I'm going to ask.
What?
Don't ask.
All right, no, matter of fact, you told me don't.
The phone number?
You said don't worry about who you fucking because you can't hit it.
Because you can't hit it. Don't be worried about who I date. Just know I've been getting 8.
Words to live by.
Yeah.
But you guys all have a good relationship, though, nonetheless.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Moneybagg is so cool and so supportive.
Yeah.
And he been like that since he first met me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Speaking of camaraderie, man, it seems like you and a lot of these female rappers are like BFFs. You haven't seen this in a long time. Like you and Cash Doll, Asian the Brat. Why are you guys like? What's changed? I guess between then and now, like.
I really don't know, but I don't got time for that beef and stuff. So like, that's not even my mental. That don't even be the type of time I be on. Like when I meet somebody, I'm like trying to figure out, okay, well, what are you really like? Because I'm really finna give you the real me. So you know, let's see if we will actually even like each other. So I feel like the girls I meet, they just respect it, and we just always have a good time when we link up. I invite them every time I'm in somebody's city. Like I'll be like, "Hey girl, what's up? What you doing?" Like I'm out here. Or if they in my city, I'm like, "Hey girl, let's turn up. What's going on?"
So I'm coming to the party. You hooked up with Trina. You and Asian the Brat was together, right?
I had a hottie party in Miami, and Trina is Miami.
Yeah.
So what?
Bad is B.
The bad is B. So we couldn't have a Miami hottie party and not have the Miami hottie there.
Right. She don't even go out for stuff, but she pulled up.
I know she pulled up. I was so crunk. I was like, oh my God, Trina's in here, guys. act right. Don't act crazy. But yeah, all my friends, like they were so lit. I was so lit because Trina is definitely like top tier to me. Like I love her.
Yeah. Besides music, I heard you also love scary movies.
I do. I love
that. Might be an area you want to get your pen game on.
It definitely is. I've been writing. I've been working on a scary movie. Yeah.
Like script writing?
Yeah.
Like screenplays?
Mm-hmm. Like I wanna make it a whole big old film, like a whole production. Yeah.
Wow. What's your favorite scary movie? I feel like isn't it like in Scream? What's your favorite scary movie?
Yeah. Right. What you got going on? No, but like right now, definitely Evil Dead. Like I think it came out in the 80s, so definitely like the 80s version of it.
Evil Dead. I have to check that out, Elliott.
It's whack now. You got to save the genre, right?
Oh, well, so yeah, it's like so predictable. And then when they'll make a remake of a already classic movie. Now they did make a remake of Evil Dead, and it was good. because the movie is good though. Like they keep making remakes of Halloween. The movie already good. Like and I don't know how many times you could tell the same story. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like they really putting a new spin on it. Like they literally are making the same movies.
Right.
And like I don't know. I just already be knowing what's about to happen in a lot of movies that come out. Like I don't want to be able to predict the movie from the beginning.
She about to get chopped.
I already know who about to die. I already know how they about to die. And then sometimes like they'll put like a demon in the movie or a killer in the movie, and all we know is he a killer and he bad and he killing. Like, but I want to know why he killing.
You wanted the backstory.
Yeah, like because when you know the backstory on something, it make you kind of it makes it hard to hate it. You know what I'm saying? So like you kind of don't even want to. In some movies, I don't want to see the villain die.
Right.
Like I don't want to see him just get punished all the way. Like if I knew, I want to feel sorry for the demon. Like I want to know why.
Sorry for the demon.
You want the bad guy to win.
I want to know why he doing this and where he came from, so I can understand why he doing what he doing. And then we can figure out a way to defeat him.
Exactly.
But now you just got him in the movie and he just killing, just to be killing. That don't make sense.
There's no context.
There's no, like,
killing.
Let me know where he came from.
Right.
I know where these people at with it, but you know, don't make him such a bad guy.
Well, you're killing these freestyles, not the freestyles, but the features.
Yeah.
I saw you had the joint with Maxo Cream and Wale. Of course, you mentioned him earlier.
The
Pole
nudie
Dancer,
joint.
the nudie joint.
Yeah.
Pole Dancer is my favorite though. Like, how did you guys even hook up?
He's a hot boy Wallace, man.
He's hot boy.
I know,
Wallace.
but-
He's everywhere. But no. So I'm in LA, right? And one of my people hit me up and they're like, Wale he wanna link up with you. He wanna do a song. And I'm like, Wale? Like
There's only one.
like Wale, like the poet, like the like, you know, like Lord, it's like you know what I'm saying? Like they're like, yeah. So I'm like, okay.
He get ratchet?
Right.
So literally I come in the studio and he is in there acting a fool. Like he is bouncing off the
Sounds like
walls.
That's Wale.
Yeah, he is bouncing off the walls. I think he was just drinking champagne though. Like, but I'm just like, what? Like, this is not what I was expecting.
Right.
I was expecting, hello, like, you know, just very calm, very hippie. You know what I'm saying? But he is not like that. Yeah. And the more and more we hang out, like, just the more and more I see that we are like damn near the same person.
Yeah.
Like, but just our music is like two different things. So when he said he wanted to do a song, I was like, I cannot believe that Wale want to do a song with me. That's so crazy. So he's playing me some like records we going through him. And then when I heard pole dance, I was like, duh. Like, this is obviously Wale. Like, why'd you even play me anything else? Yeah. So I literally took the record back to Houston because I had to go back to the city. And I recorded it and sent it back. And he was like, wow, I love this. Yeah. And I'm like, the girls are going to love it too.
But the hotline is going up, people fiending for a Stallion feature, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you manage that? You have to say no to a lot of folks?
So, you know, I don't want to be the bad guy a lot of times. So I just let, you know, 300 tell him no. But I don't want to.
What makes you say yes? Like with the Maxo Cream and
well,
you know,
I know them. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, and I vibe with Maxo, so I feel like it would have been a good fit. The nudie record, I feel like as soon as I heard it, I like Pierre too. I like the production of the beat. Yeah. So I just felt like it fit. Like I feel like that would be something I would sound good on. But a lot of things. It's not that I'm even saying no. It's that I gotta take my time. I gotta really think about it. Like, do this? Does this match my brand? Does this match your brand? Like, I don't want your fans to be pissed off at you, and I ain't trying to have my fans pissed off at me.
Right.
You know. So if it sounds good, I'll do it. Like.
And you want people to really understand you, so not to just hype off Big Old Freak and like your name's hot out here to just use you for a feature. Like
I don't want to be like a one hit kind of artist. Like I want to get my catalog up before I start doing too much.
So it's not even about the money. It's just more about, right.
It's about the music. Right. What makes sense.
Right. Yeah. I know it's expensive to date you.
You know, so it got to be expensive to get me on the feature.
Right. But why is that expensive to date you, Megan?
Because I'm the only child, right? Mm-hmm. So I've always been spoiled, and my grandmothers, in my upbringing, they have always been like, Megan, you ain't gonna never need a man for nothing. Because if you want something, you could just ask us. And I'm like,
the matriarchs.
So they're like, you could just ask us, and you're gonna get it for yourself. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, I am. So just me growing up, I've always had it on my mind. I ain't asking no nigga for nothing. And if he is gonna date me, he gotta come just as hard as my grandmother's, and he gotta come just as hard as me.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Even if you have your own, you still want to be pampered and spoiled a little bit, right?
Yeah, because I'm the type of person, when I have something, everybody got something too.
Yeah.
So I feel like my guy has to be,
generous.
my guy has to be that kind of guy too. I like guys that are so in, like, I kind of like mama's boys a little bit. Like, if I see how hard you go for your mama, I know you'll go that hard for me. Or, like, behind your sisters and stuff. Like, I just like guys that are, like, family men. I want to be an icon. I want to be a household name. I want it to be to where you can't even have a conversation about rap without bringing up Megan Thee Stallion.
Because you've been branding the Stallion since, like you said, 2009, right?
Yeah, I've been the Stallion.
As soon as some old perverted man calls you a Stallion when you were 15, you said, I'm a Stallion.
So I had to ask my uncle what it was. I was
Right.
like, well, what that mean? He was like, oh, that's a good thing. That mean you tall and fine. I was like, yeah, I am. So it just sounded good. I was like, okay, yeah, bet. I'm that.
No, it definitely stands out, and we wish you continued success.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
You're definitely
much.
one of the best in the game right now, hands down.
Thank you.
The bars are up. Like, you had that freestyle you mentioned, onomatopoeia. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, how can she fit that long ass word in there? That's what I was thinking. And when I was writing, I was like, "Oh, I gotta." It sounded good. I was just like, "Da da da da." Onomatopoeia. And I was like, "Yeah, girl, I gotta say that."
That's
So,
when
yeah.
I realized she's official. Absolutely.
Official tissue. And tearing down those festivals. We're going to see you in Made in America.
Yep.
The Wheezy Festival.
Yeah.
You're tearing the summer down. All these spots.
I got the Wireless Festival overseas. We're going to London and we're going to Paris. I think it's a Finland date on there. And
International May.
Yeah, International Hottie. I'm
Passport
so
ready?
I just got one. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so lit. I got one stamp. I'm so official.
Is the feedback from the fans overseas, like at least on social media?
My London Hotties,
London Hotties.
yeah, the 2 shows that went up, the tickets just immediately sold out.
Oh man,
That was so crazy. So we just announced the Paris show today. So I don't know if it's sold out yet, but
Oh, it's going to sell out.
it's gonna sell out for sure.
that's what's up.
Thank you, Megan.
Megan,
The Stallion.
we have to make that trip, Elliot.
Let's
Yes,
do
y'all
it.
need to come out there.
Rap Radar Podcast.
We out of here.